Hey there everyone, back again with another video, and in this video we're gonna move forward in our Flipkart clone app. And guys, sorry for last two videos, we're in a speed run because I'm having some throat infection and was not able to speak. Still I have that issue, but I'm trying to make the video. Okay, so in our last video, what we have seen that how we can create that all category page and some other stuff like this is the image is the what you can say a tile and some other stuff, and we have also created a all category page. Okay, so in this video basically what I'm gonna do, I will start with the backend part. Okay, what backend part? If I go back to this page, okay, so basically I will be telling you how we can integrate APIs in our application. Okay, so that if you click on this button, sorry, if you input any number and click on the continue, then it will give you a OTP. Okay, and then after with that OTP you can use your application forward. Okay, so I will be using Firebase as a backend also, but uh, I will not directly integrate my Flutter application with Firebase. I will integrate it via Node.js. Okay, it means that my application will communicate with Node.js, and that Node.js server will communicate with Firebase. Okay, we there will be a two-way factorization also. It means that if someone attacks my application, then he will not be able to directly go to my what you can say database. Okay, it should have to go to some of the others, because in my Node.js server I will also try to add middlewares. Basically in my real world application that I build in my freelancing time, this is the thing I do. Okay, so I will be showing you how I do such things. Okay, so I don't think that today is the need of this Flutter application. Okay, so we will be creating the application CRUD. Okay, from now onwards it means that we will be using Node.js. So for that, let me just minimize, or let me just stop this, because tomorrow I will show you how we can integrate in this, how we can use my APIs in the Flutter application. Today I will be just showing you how we can create a Node.js application. Okay, so I'm just stopping this because I don't think it is needed in my today's uh, video. Okay, so firstly what we will do, we will go to this Flutter application, and I will create a new folder, Flipkart backend. Okay, inside this what I will do, I will just open the terminal, and yes, let me just minimize this also because we are not needing this today. So firstly, in order to create Node.js application, you need to have installed Node in your in your system. Okay, so how we can install Node? You can directly go to the nodejs.org, the official site. Okay, you can just go to their official site and they have their steps. If you are on a Windows, then you can directly download that thing. If you are on any of the Mac OS or any of the thing, you can just follow their steps and you can download. And if Node.js is downloaded, then you can directly type a node minus v, node minus v. So it will show you the version 16.8.4, sorry 8.0. And if you have Node installed, then by default npm will also be installed. You can see that, come on, npm 7.21.0. Okay, so in order to create a Node application, firstly what we have to do, we have to initiate our application. So npm init, init means initiate or initialize. So npm init, it will ask you some of the questions like package name, I will just set it random. Version should be this. Description, I'm not giving anything. Entry point, let it be test document. You can just give them anything that you want. Currently I'm not doing such things. I'm just giving my name. Okay, by this time, yeah, if you just open your Visual Studio Code, you can see that you will have a package.json file. Okay, this package.json file is the metadata of your application. Okay, so firstly I will create a server.js. Okay, so that our application should have those functionalities. Okay, now what I have to do, I have to install some of the dependency because we need to create APIs. Okay, so those APIs, what we will do, firstly we have to install Express. Okay, so one sec, let me maximize this. npm i npm I or npm install Express. Okay, so it will install some of the dependencies. Come on. Okay, so npm express is installed. So what we will do now, we will just install a dev dependency also, npm I minus d nodemon. Basically what this nodemon do, we use this dependency for our server to restart only when we save something. Okay, so let's just clear everything and go to my package.json, and we will just create a script. What script? Start. We will just say that start. Okay, then what we will do, we will just say that node1 server.js. Okay, this is something we needed. Now we have to create, one second guys, one second. Okay, so firstly what we will do, we have to create a application. So we will start const express, and then we will require express, yeah, express. Okay, then we will do we will create a application. Okay, then it will be like const app express. Okay, now what we'll do, app dot listen. Basically it will listen to a certain port. I'm giving it 3000. You can give it any port that you want. Okay, then what we'll do, sorry guys, basically having some throat infection, so my throat is paining. Okay, so console dot log and then server running. Okay, then we will just save the whole thing. Okay, then we will just run our npm script, npm run start. You can see that we got our server running. Okay, now what we will do, we will create the routes. Okay, so firstly, what we will do, we will create a app route, that is app dot, in order to get the OTP. Okay, so app, what we can do, yeah, firstly we have to create a route for the what you can say, mm, what was that thing, yeah, when we give a number, so that our application should take that number and it OTP. So firstly we'll do post app dot post. Inside this we will just give a get OTP. Okay, then we will just say that we will have request comma response. This function will always have these two things. Okay, and then what we will do, basically, if we receive the request, the request will always be in the body. So what we will do, uh, let mobile number is equal to request dot body dot mobile number. Okay, and then we can just say that we can just return something, response dot send 200 dot json, and we can just say that OTP sent. Okay, and save it. Okay, so in order to check whether our application is running or not, you can directly go to localhost 3000. We have already noted why it's 3000, because we have running our port at 3000. Okay, so how we can test this whole thing? So in order to test this thing, you have to go to your postman, and here you can just check your application. So let it open. Okay, okay, why, I don't know why that thing does not work. My postman is, I think, having some issue. It always open in that what you can say, in web view. I want that application. If someone knows that thing, then please comment me down. Okay, so firstly we will go to post, then localhost 3000, and get OTP. Get OTP. Okay, then we will just send a, what you can say, mobile number, mobile number, just a random text. Okay, we got a error. Okay, so what is the error? Cannot read property mobile number of undefined. Okay, I'm not sure why this thing happens. Okay. Okay, so we will just create a new request, http request, host localhost 3000, then slash get OTP body text JSON. Okay, then we will just say mobile number, just a random thing, send. Okay, so we are getting some issue. Okay, I think the issue is app dot. I think now it should work. Yeah, we got 200. Okay, okay. So status was that thing. Okay, so you can see that we are getting our answer as expected, message OTP sent and other stuffs. Okay, so in this similar way we can create anything, we can add validation and all other stuffs. Okay, so here we can add our functionalities, like if we get our mobile number then we can get that OTP. Okay, so this is the that thing. Okay, and then after this we have to create again a uh, what you can say, a API that will verify our OTP. Okay, so in the similar way we will do that thing. Okay, and here we will just copy and paste because currently we are just uh, doing something random. OTP verified. Okay. Okay, so in this way we can directly create our application. And tomorrow what I will be doing, I will be showing you how we can integrate Firebase with our Node.js application, and might be tomorrow I will show you how we can integrate our Node.js with our Flutter application. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you, have a nice day.